What up? What up? What up?
What's going on, man?
Shit, it's Tuesday.
You ain't lying, man.
Let me go
Start
ahead
of
and
May.
let me go ahead and what you say?
This is the start of May.
Yeah. Damn. This year somebody's going by
Mm-hmm.
kind of goddamn fast.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm go ahead and share this shit. Uh,
Welcome to our faithful listeners and viewers.
Somebody already look. Oh yeah, damn. People already watching. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Welcome everybody. Man, this is like I said. This was the final seven. The final 7 episodes of this. Literally one of these shows that really put Netflix on the map. Really, in my mind.
On the map?
Well, no, I'm all right. You know what? I'm not gonna say on a map, but it's one of their it's one of their strongest shows.
Oh, okay. I got
I'm
you.
gonna say that one of their strongest shows. Like, especially what's going on, Blatant Truth, especially a show that, if I'm mistaken, originally they did not even give that much publicity to this show when it first came out.
No, they didn't. People started watching and started talking about it.
Yeah, this is like one of the like this to me. This is like also one of the first few shows. Also, it was like word of mouth hit this, and social media hit this, and people were like, "Well, I gotta watch this show," and you know, this is such a this is for this to be the end. Mm.
What's up, Blatant Truth?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and jump into it.
Mm-hmm.
Blatant Truth. Who I just spoke to? That was Blatant Truth. I just
Yes,
spoke.
it says hello, guys. Yes, it says hello, guys. Yeah.
That was
Mm-hmm.
Blatant Truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's who want us to do Ozarks, right?
Yeah,
Was
one
that
of the
Blatant
people.
Truth?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I
cool.
think that was Wilton Truth. I think.
Yeah,
Or that was
yeah,
Keon. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I expect her to have a bunch of comments during this
Mm-hmm.
podcast tonight because you're like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, I want y'all to do Ozarks. I'm like, yo, we got you. We're gonna do
Mm-hmm.
Ozarks. First episode of the last part of the finale season.
Season 4, episode 8.
Season 4, episode 8, The Cousin of Death. Devastated by tremendous loss, Ruth
Mm-hmm.
heads to Chicago to enact revenge as Marty tries to talk her out of doing something she may regret.
Yo,
What you thought about this episode?
this actually set the tone for the rest of the later episodes. Like legit in terms of what you just said. Yes, Blatant Truth. Yes, we are. We're doing all the episodes tonight. This set the tone because, in terms of just like you said, Marty tried to talk her out of it because he knew if what she's about to do is going to have ramifications, and it really did. It really did for everybody. I love the episode. I love the song choices in here. People that are Nas fans, like Sean, Mert, other people, that's Nas fans in this group. They kind of probably love this episode. A lot of Nas was being featured throughout this episode. Killer Mike was in this episode, which was we all saw the previews of it, but in there too. But I really like the episode. I really, really like the episode. Like I said, it set the tone. Really, really set the tone for the night. Well, not tonight, but for the whole rest of the 6 more episodes.
All right. While since you brought up Killer Mike, we're gonna let's talk about that scene because apparently it was. I joined the Ozark group over the weekend, and apparently, it was a little. Let me just post it. So, let me take this banner off real quick. No, can you see it? So somebody said, "Excuse my hip hop ignorance, but who was the black man sitting at the table that Ruth talked to, and what was the importance of that scene?"
Actually, man, that was like I said, him the back and forth with him and Ruth after he listens to what she was listening to, and everything. Like, I think people who are not Ozark fans got to remember that, because to me, like, why would you even think that? Because remember, Ozark, like, since the first season, has had nothing but hip hop songs in just about every episode, right? If not all, most of most episodes. This is not something that just was like hip hop and was just, oh, this was for this season. No, you had hip hop. You got to remember too, Ruth and her brother bonded over music. So this is not surprising. Then she realized, was like, when she came into the restaurant, she noticed, was like, that was Killer Mike.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Oh, I like your music." Da, da, da. And he was like, "Yo, let me see what you're listening to." And then she asked him that question about what Nas was thinking about, the thing. And then he responded back to her. And he's like, "Look, baby, you look like you're tired." And when he responded, he's like, "You know why?"
Yeah. She talked about how because she was listening to Illmatic,
That was a good
right?
scene, though.
She was listening to Illmatic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she summed up. She was like, Nas, that album where Nas was talking about the beauty of the things that he's seen.
Yeah, he was on.
What
Yep.
made him able to make that album.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, he also talked about how he wished he didn't see some of the things that he's seen that allowed him the ability to make that album.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost kind of like, it kind of sums up to how she is.
Yeah.
So I got some comments. I took some comments.
Actually, no, that's a good analogy. That's a very good analogy. I'll get that later.
I must be. What was it? This one? Okay, I thought I took some of the comments from it. Apparently I didn't, but it was like a lot of people felt like the scene was forced. It was random. It was like, why did they even put that in there? What they had to do with the plot? With some people, like, it didn't add anything to this. It didn't add anything to the story. It was just something just thrown in there. But like you said, Ruth and her brother bonded over music, and and matter of fact, I think it was, and when in the early seasons, I think Ruth was listening to Tupac. One time.
Yeah, this is not like nothing like
so
out of the ordinary.
She's always been listening to hip hop. And one person I mentioned they think her brother might have made that Nas CD for her.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I can't remember. I can't
didn't even think about that.
Was the case.
Didn't even think about that.
The scene wasn't forced. The scene was.
It was perfectly placed.
Her listening to Illmatic describe her mindset of what she was going through after Wyatt got killed. And that's why the name of the episode is called The Cousin of Death. And that's when Killer Mike was asking, you look tired. She was like, yeah, I don't sleep much. And he was like, well, why you don't sleep much? And he said,
like, you know why.
You know the answer to that. And
you know why.
Now this, you gotta be a hip hop fan. You gotta be a hip hop fan to know this. All right, to really appreciate it. Because in the song, the main song that Ruth was listening to, Nas was saying, and I never sleep because sleep is the cousin of death. So that's where the relevance from that scene came from, based on what she was listening to, and that's why I got the title, The Cousin of Death.
Death, yep. That's what I said. You got to be like, yeah, just like you said, like,
so,
and no, go ahead, Murph. Go ahead, Murph.
So that's how I got the title, and that would describe all the back and forth that she was dealing with in her mind. Everything that she dealt with in life got her to the point where she's willing to kill this person. But she'd rather not go. She'd rather not be in this position to be able to go kill this person.
Yep.
So, and she kept having flashbacks in this one as well.
She kept thinking about death.
Yeah. She thought about how she can walk up and kill Harvey.
Yep.
She even thought about killing Marty.
But hold up, did you notice who she killed first?
No,
real quick.
Was it Wendy?
She killed Wendy quick, and then when it got to Marty, she blacked out.
Thought about it. Oh, okay.
That's what that was very interesting how they did it. With Wendy, she killed him. She saw her drop. When it got to Marty, she just heard the gun pop, and it just went black. That's why I think Ruth always said, like, she always respected Marty, and vice versa. It was just Wendy that she cannot care about. And to me, these last 7 episodes was Wendy versus Ruth. If you really look at that, this was like a back and forth between them underlining.
Okay.
Because of, especially when we get to that episode when she's in the hospital with the kids, in the mental hospital with the kids, what she said to the kids.
Okay. So let me ask you this. All right, past that. Because this episode, she killed Harvey at the end of this episode, right?
Yep.
All right, so she's in there with Ruth and Marty, and the Shaw lady. Did you agree with Wendy calling Harvey over? What'd you thought about that scene? About Wendy just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna call her.
I was shocked that she did it. I'm not gonna hold you. I was shocked. I couldn't believe she did that because I was shocked. I was like, why is Wendy doing this? I'm thinking. To me, I also think that this also might be a control thing with Wendy, too. Because first, I think she didn't think that. I think she wanted to prove her point to also to Marty. Yeah. Yeah.
So Blake,
that's a good analogy.
Wendy equals Louis, and Louis is off of Snowfall. Okay. Damn. Definitely see that shit.
Yep. So once she got to that mental hospital, everything came out. I think also remember because remember she told Marty, she said Marty, she's gonna do it. He was like, no, she ain't gonna do it. He was like, Marty, she's here with the gun. She's going to kill this dude. And I think she wanted to show Marty, be like, look, I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about here. This is what she's gonna do. There's nothing you can do. I'm gonna show you. And what did she do? As soon as Javi got out of here, Javi didn't even like what he said, one word, got him.
So Marty felt like he was gonna be able to talk her out of it. Did you think Marty had a chance? Did you think Marty would have had a chance to talk her out of it if Wendy didn't call her?
Nope.
Call him over that night?
Nope. Because I think what you know what's crazy, in all honesty, Ruth has picked up a lot of tendencies from Marty, from Wendy, and from what's the chick that got killed last year? With her cousin Wyatt. The older lady that got killed with her cousin.
Darlene.
I forgot her name. Darlene. Yeah, Darlene. She knew that once she saw her cousin got killed, she knew who the person was. Like, no. If anybody who saw the very last episode of the season finale of for the halfway season finale, the mid-season finale of Ozark a couple months ago, right? You saw that. To me, it should be an Emmy-winning performance by the girl who plays Ruth, right? You saw her pain. You saw that emotion. She was never going to let that down. No. If she had the opportunity to kill Javi, she was going to do it. If Javi was right there, she was going to kill that dude right then and there, and it was nothing Marty was going to say to her. Nothing. Nope. Wendy didn't have to be there or not. She was gonna kill him.
Okay, so you agreed when Wendy said, I called him over because it was inevitable. She was gonna do it regardless.
Because when she left, remember when he thought she left, right? And when she came back, I was like, no, When she came back and she basically held them hostage, got them up to that floor. What do you think was gonna happen? You gonna talk her out of it? Hold up. He literally tried to talk her out.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if Wendy never called her. I'm asking. If Wendy never called him to come up, do you think Marty would be able to eventually talk her out of it?
No. No.
Okay.
No.
All right. So we end the episode with Ruth getting her revenge on the guy that killed her cousin Wyatt, killed Darlene. And that's how the episode ended. All right. So let's go next episode.
Ooh.
Episode 9. Pick a God and pray. All right. Woo! So their deal with the FBI is now dead, and the Byrnes desperately search for more solutions to their growing problems. Wendy's father comes to town. All right. So the deal with the FBI, Harvey had to be alive, so that they can continue the deals, continue the seizures, and continue the functionality of the cartel. That was part of the deal. Now that Harvey is dead, that's what they're talking about. That since Harvey is dead, they're not in good with the person that's running the cartel. Yep. So now their deal is dead. So they got to figure out another way either to revive this deal, and they got to figure out how to get the drugs over for the Shaw deal. So the deal with Shaw is in jeopardy. The deal with the FBI is in jeopardy. Which also their foundation and their business in their town is in jeopardy.
Hold up. And why is that, Merv? Why is that, Merv? Why is everything in jeopardy?
Because Ruth's killing.
All right. We're going to remember, we always got to remember this. This is going to be the ongoing thing the rest of these 6 episodes.
What the hell is henpecked?
Yeah, what is that? I don't know what that is. You got to,
you said, do you guys think Marty is henpecked? Is that pussy?
Oh yeah, probably of a woman. He's continually criticized and gives orders. Well, Wendy continuously is micromanaging him. Basically, he's I guess that's what it is. Yeah, continually criticizing and gives orders to the. Yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what's the definition?
Continually criticize and gives orders to. A woman who he's basically like Wendy continuously gives orders to Marty. And hold up, that actually was brought up. That was actually brought up later on in one of these episodes too about that. But it was a very good.
If that's the definition, then he definitely is that. If that's the definition as you just read, he's that.
But hold up, I'm gonna tell you what was one of the best lines in this, right? When Wendy and Marty were talking. He said, "Look, I got us into this life, and Wendy, you're continuously trying to get us out of it. And if you think about it, that's the honest truth." When he told Wendy, and it was like a little bit of back and forth between them, right? He said, "Wendy, I know I got us into this life, and you've been continuously trying to get us out of this life."
Marty got them involved.
In the life overall,
and Wendy been trying to get them out of it.
Yeah, I would say this.
How? No.
Well, no. I would say no. I'm saying this is a very important thing because of this, right? Because remember, she kept saying especially this season, she was like, "Marty, we're so close to being out of here. We're so close to being out. We're so close to being out." She kept saying out a lot more this season over these last 7 episodes.
She was saying that to the kids when the kids was about to bounce with the granddad, but she wasn't saying that to Marty. I don't ever remember her saying. I don't
I could have sworn
remember
she said that a
Marty
couple
saying
times,
that.
and I. All right, okay. I could have sworn a couple times she said that. She was like, Marty was
Yeah,
so
she said
close to
that to
just
the
being out.
kids. She did say that to the kids.
I could have sworn she said that to Marty a couple times throughout this episode. She was like, look, Marty, we're so close to just being out, whatever. But we also saw
she might have said. She might have said that to Marty. The part I said I don't remember is Marty telling her, I got us in this life. You've been constantly trying to get us out. That is what I don't remember.
Oh yeah, definite. That's a definite.
Yeah, that's why I said because after she finally embraced it, she was all in. She became a goddamn.
Oh, season 2 when she embraced it. Season 2 is when Wendy embraced that power. She wasn't letting that out. But hold up. But we also saw this episode too, Wyatt's funeral. And we also saw Ruth and the pharmacy CEO make a deal. Which was very interesting. Behind everybody back.
Well, she did that after. I think she didn't trust Wendy anymore after Ruth.
No.
After Ruth said, put them on blast and said all that stuff about her.
Yeah.
About both of them, but mainly Wendy.
And
then the stuff about Marty didn't really mean much. So I think she trusted Wendy and trusted Ruth more and felt more comfortable with Ruth. And then after the cartel being dead, she felt like it was nothing for her to fear after that.
Which was stupid. Because Marty continuously told her last season, this season, like the first 7 episodes of the previous season, this season, what have you, he told her, it was like, look, they're gonna keep coming, the cartel. You can't, that's inevitable. Like, just because you kill one, there's gonna be another one popping right up. Remember, he told Ruth legit the first episode of this season, not this episode, I'm talking about season 4, episode 1. He basically told her, was like, look, tell I always forget about the older lady. I keep
Darlene.
He just said Darlene, right? He told Darlene and why he was like, look, tell them to stop dealing, right? He said, look, the cartel is just wants you to stop dealing. That's all. And he said, look, you know how the cartel work. And what happened? Hold up. From episode 1, season 4, episode 1 to season 4, episode 7. What happened? Darlene and Wyatt gone. Because Darlene would not stop dealing. She thought she could kill one, it would be over. Nope. Oh, and Wendy definitely is that. You are right about that. Wendy cares up. Wendy is something.
So in this episode, the dad pops up in town.
Yo, the dad's a piece of work. That's all I'm gonna say. We'll get to that bull later.
What? No, we hear now. That happened in this episode. He pops up in this episode.
Oh no! I'm talking about later on of how he is.
Okay.
All right, see what I'm saying? He gets here, he comes into town, he says, oh, you know what? We're gonna do a nice little search party for my son. I'm like, that's the first thing I thought about, really? We're gonna do flyers across town. He brings this new chick with him. Hold up. What is it? This is when he comes to the whole. Is this I think it's the episode when he comes to the hotel and notices that his grandson is staying there. He's like, yo, what are you doing here? I'm staying, I'm a little break from mom and dad. Okay. All right, okay.
Yeah. So I mean the Wendy lied to the dad, so his son is missing. It actually seems like a normal thing for him to come to town and try to look for his son.
Yeah, look for his son. Yep.
Then he brought
in
the detective.
Yep.
Who was on the trail earlier. So that's what the trouble was. If the dad never rehired as a detective, then the birds really wouldn't have had an issue.
Yep.
And so,
Hold up, and also this episode was when the detective went back to the former, well, I guess the husband of the deceased. When he went, not Chicago, I forgot where the. Oh, I guess he lived in Chicago. Yeah, the attorney for the cartel. Remember, he went. Was this? I think it was this episode, the episode before that, or the episode after this. I'm getting that confused.
talking when the detective went to the last person that had him hired. Who you talking about?
No, remember when the detective went to. Remember, it was the former attorney of the cartel. Remember the one that got shot in the back of the head, and he went to her husband's. He went to her husband's house. And then remember the daughter was like, "Dad, we don't need to get into this."
Yeah, nope, that's the guy. Yeah, that's what I just said. The former guy.
Oh, all right, yeah.
Had him hired.
Yeah. And you saw the daughter was like, "Leave it alone, Dad." Nope, leave it alone.
Because the daughter understood the situation.
Yep. Hold it. And the reason why she understood the situation from Charlotte.
Right.
Charlotte's a beast. Yeah, Helen's husband. Yes, blatant truth. Yes, Helen's husband. Yep. He was about to go to it, but the daughter was like, "Nope." Daughter shut that whole thing down. She kept interrupting him. He was like, "Yeah, nice." She was like, "Yeah, nice to meet you. Let's keep that moving." She knew that she's like, "I don't want no trouble."
All right, so let's go to episode 10. You're the boss. Marty travels to Navarro Estate. Ruth asks Frank Jr. for a favor. A new acting sheriff makes waves, and Wendy tries to bring Jim back into the fold.
Yeah.
Right, so this is when the end of the last episode of Pick a God and Pray.
Yep.
This is when they come up with a plan to bring Navarro back into the fold, make him the leader again, and come up with a way to reinstate power. All right, so Wendy goes to meet him. Find out that Harvey is dead. He threatens to kill Wendy. Wendy calls the FBI, calls her husband, and lies to both their ass, and said he's angry, but he's willing to do it.
Yep.
So they got him released from solitary. Then he called his priest. Priest contacts Wendy and Marty for them to meet. So
hold up. You know what we also saw too? Ben's final moments. Wendy's brother. That was this episode.
That was this episode?
I'm looking right at one of the joints here. Yep. And I was like, oh, because remember, I'm thinking like a whole lot of stuff happened. Like it was like a short and sweet when they did it. I thought they did it in the parking lot. Didn't realize it was like, no, he actually drove him somewhere. All that different talk.
Yeah, he could have just do in the parking lot.
I don't know why, but I don't know why. I don't know why I'm thinking he had did it. Like it was a quick one when dude showed up. I thought he had just got him there. I didn't know he had picked him up and he driving him back, and he just Well,
I didn't know what he did either, but I didn't think it would be the parking lot because you wouldn't be able to clean it up. You're in a public place.
Yeah,
so all the killings have been in like private places.
Yeah, but that was a nice little opening because you saw how he was, what he was saying. He was trying to get out of it, but it was too late. Yep, Wendy, yeah, pretty much. Wendy, man, I tell you.
So she said, I thought they was going to show us that Ben was in hiding when they showed us Ben's flashback.
No.
I was thinking the same thing because they was driving for a long time. It seemed like they was driving for a long time. And I thought they were it did kind of seem like they just took him to a hiding spot. But yeah, so I can see how you thought. I can see how she thought that.
I thought, man. Well, go ahead, Murr. Sorry about that. Go ahead, Murr.
Oh no, so I was saying, so this is when they met with Navarro. They come with a plan, but they needed to take control immediately. So they decided to send Marty there.
Mm-hmm.
Marty acts like him. Marty has gonna be stern. He's gonna have to be ruthless. And he's gonna have the poker face and play the part.
You ain't lying. Yo,
So
yo,
he actually
yo.
did better. He did a good job. I was wondering because he's not the type that really. It was easy for Wendy to give orders and be stern, but Marty always been the whole series
Cool.
has always been kind of like mellow mannered,
Mm-hmm.
really calm. So I was
Mm-hmm.
just wondering how the fuck he's gonna play that off. Now
He was
that
with them
nigga,
books though.
huh?
He was good with
Yeah,
them books though.
yeah. I forgot the sister name, Harvey mom. Well, Harvey
Oh
mom
yeah.
asked Marty, "How you gonna get my brother out?" I was thinking to myself, nigga, just say I got my ways. Don't just do not do
Yep.
not tell her no fucking details. I'm
Nope.
thinking, and he started going through the details like, yo, I think that's a fucking mistake.
I was thinking the same
I think
thing.
that's a fucking mistake.
Oh, Camilla.
Camilla, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, that's a mistake. And he told her exactly what the plan was. Um, and then when they realized, then Navarro got stabbed in prison.
Mm-hmm. When I saw that, I man,
I mean, when they realized it was an inside job,
spider sense of the
I
tingle.
immediately said it was Camilla.
Mm-hmm. 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 First thing the spider sense tingle, I was like, mm-mm. You gonna think she gonna let that thing with her own son getting killed? Gonna let that slide? No, no.
She said, I
But
like
he,
Marty, very cool and patient.
but the thing is, it's crazy. Wendy would have saw that. Wendy would have first. Wendy, I think she wouldn't have went into details. She's like, no, I got it. Don't worry about it. Nope. She would have cut that whole. Like that's. I think that's the big difference between Wendy and Mark. It's crazy to me to say it like that. Wendy should have been down there doing that because Camilla wouldn't have got to her brother. She'd have been like, nah, like I'm gonna take care of it. Don't worry about it. And she would have cut that short. But with Marty, he like, all right, he's trying to like,
Well,
he's cool,
nah,
calm.
he still would. She still would have got to the brother. Marty tell him that information didn't affect her attempting to take his life, but it caused them to have. Um, she was able to try to stop them from getting him out. That's
Oh
where
yeah,
the
yeah, all right,
problem
yeah,
came
yeah.
in at. That's
Okay.
where the problem
Mm,
came in at.
okay.
That was what made it hard for her to get him off the SDN
Mm-hmm.
because Marty told that information.
Yep.
But like you said, he hit them books. Find out one of the lieutenants was stealing,
Yep. Perfect
and
setup.
Camilla helped set that up.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a perfect setup. She had the fall guy right there. Fall guy right there.
And then when Marty asked her, and she said, "Yeah, Harvey never trusted him." Harvey said, "If you ever got in control, that'd be the first person he take
Yep.
out."
I was like, Marty.
Yeah.
I really wanted to be like, Marty, don't fall for this.
Um, but he went there. He went down as the boss. He handled himself well as the boss.
He did.
He handled better than I thought he was. Cause like
Because that
Blake
was important, yo.
like Blake True said, dude, just cool and patient.
Yeah. And you saw everybody how they handled him. They was like, oh, he a little bit different. Okay. like giving them like little pointers and remember he was like the weight. He was like, look, no. He said, look, you got to do this way, what have you, right? You'll get more money, whatever. This way, he was like, all right. And then when he caught the dude, like he like Marty is very cool. Hold up, we'll get to what I'm about to say later, but he did. He turned us, and remember that was very important. Remember he said like, look, if this doesn't go well, right? Remember, told him like this don't go well. Like Marty ain't coming back, and
and while Marty was down there, Wendy was home handling business.
Yep.
She had to get Jim back on a bandwagon, so because they had to figure out a plan B to get the sponsors and to get the money. And they need to find a way to get him off the SDN list, which she had to go through Schaefer. Which Schaefer wanted, some okay, if I help you do this, I need you to help me rig the election.
That was wild.
So that's season 4, episode 10. You're the boss. All right.
Pound of flesh. This is when it got interesting.
So all right, now season 4, episode 11. Pound of flesh, and still. I got cooking. It's still kicking.
You're still kicking, yeah. This got interesting. This is.
So Ruth makes a play for the casino with some help from a familiar face. Wendy cozies up to Omar's sister and arranges a meeting with Claire. Behind his back, though. Remember, behind Marty's back.
Because this is what Wendy does. And like I said, when we see this episode, we see Ruth flying. Loving a little different, loving the right, ready to fly again. And she's on a trip to Miami. And we see a familiar person down in Miami. And it's Rachel. Everybody remember Rachel, she's from season 1, a little bit of season 2. And she offers her an opportunity. We're gonna see that later on down the line what the opportunity is gonna be. Again, the private eye Mel, he just keeps being on the prowl again. Let me see what else it is. I'll put the head out. And now, like I said, this episode 2, we finally found, Marty and Wendy finally realized that the sister is the one who did the hit.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the episode that Marty finds out was like, oh. And he was like, oh. And he was like, all this information. And if I'm mistaken, he said,
Well, they found out because the FBI says a Mexican lawyer is fighting to keep him on the
SDN list. Yep.
It was like, I only told one person. Damn,
Camilla.
Sister that tried to have him killed.
Yep, it was Camilla.
Now, Marty wants to tell Navarro right away.
Nope.
And Claire says no. You agree? Which one you agree with? What you thought about that?
See, I think Marty was right because I think Marty was right with telling Navarro, but what's the name? Wendy doesn't want to have nothing to do with Navarro because remember, last time she saw Navarro in prison, he threatened her. He's like, "I'm going to get you killed."
No, that's not why. That's not why she didn't want to tell Navarro.
Why do you think?
No, she said it. The reason why she didn't want to tell Navarro yet, because she needed Claire. She needed to bring the sister up. She needed to use the mama to scare Shaw and to get. They needed $150 million by the end of the week.
Yeah. That's right. All right, totally forgot about that. Yeah, totally forgot about that.
So she didn't. She wanted to wait.
She wanted to use that muscle first. Then, yeah, I totally forgot about it. Yep. Totally forgot she went to Chicago. Yep. So yep. Hold up again. What she did, like what the thing that she tried to she did, she didn't tell Marty about that. which was always went, and see Wendy always go behind Marty back. And the thing, what's the crazy part about the whole situation is Marty tells tells Wendy, like, if his son's gonna have, he tells her right then and there. Wendy completely after the fact. Yeah. And this has been like, man. And it's basically for Wendy's own power. Wendy's power hungry. She wants to be in control of every situation.
So the move did work, though.
It did. It sure did.
By bringing a sister, but she was definitely playing with fire.
Playing with a whole lot.
After learning that it's the sister that put a hit on the brother, on Navarro, and to have her come into the same city where Navarro that was a huge risk because they needed Navarro to stay alive.
And hold on, if I'm right, ain't this the first time that she asked the CEO? Camille asked the CEO, "Yo, so do you know what about my son's death?" I think this was the first time she asked her. I know she asked her several times when they met face to face. Like that question always came up about her son. I think that was the first time that she saw her face to face and she asked that question.
Yeah, she asked her that question.
She asked Wendy,
and she asked
Marty. Yep.
She asked each one of them only one time when she first met.
Yep. Again, this is something we something I didn't think was going to be like, it was something, not something small, but that comes up, later on down the line with the later episodes. Again, this is Wendy power. She want, again, this is Wendy's whole thing, want to be in power. This whole episode, she just wants to be in power. And what's the other one? And like I said, we're seeing also, like I said, with the whole situation with Ruth and Rachel, them getting their collective things together in terms of trying to make a move.
Yeah, because right? Ruth brings her in as an opportunity to get rich, to the casino. So that's episode 11. So now we'll go to season 4, episode 12, Trouble with the Water. Let's see. Nathan angers Wendy by making Charlotte and Jonah a surprising offer. Ruth tries to erase her own past. Nathan, huh?
Now we're gonna get to that because this is a powerful episode.
Ruth tries to erase her own past with an assist from Charles Wilkes. So Nathan is the dad. So Nathan finds out that his son ain't coming back.
Yep.
Finds out that Wendy was lying the whole time.
Yep.
Finds out that Wendy was with the son. And when he first lied and said that they had a fight, and he went and disappeared with some friends, and he's probably not coming back. He's on the run. So Charles accepted that until that nosy ass detective
again
went to find some pictures using the I forgot the black lady name. With her help.
Oh, the FBI detective, yeah.
With her help, find some pictures of the of Navarro hitman because he saw him.
Special Agent Maya Miller.
Yeah. Of the hitman when the hitman dropped them off. The reason why he wanted them.
And we'll get to that later. And what's wild if you really think back on right. He didn't say anything about Martin. Everything was about Wendy. Like he really, if you listen, like anybody who goes back and listens to it, everything was about Wendy. Nothing about Marty. Nothing about it. Nothing.
Well, he was upset with Wendy because Wendy was a person.
No. That's what
for the son. for the
Oh no, I'm
Sunday.
agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you on that. That's what I'm saying. But it's just so wild that if you saw the back and forth, everything was against Wendy. Like that, man. And that courthouse scene during, after, you know, them trying to also hold up. And if I also remember too, is this is when they quote unquote bribed the cop to not come in. Remember, because the cop was going to remember he needed the cop's testimony to get the kids.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
remember?
That's when they made the
deal. They brought his old department to get
when they made the deal for him to become a Chicago policeman again.
And he was like, oh, and remember, yeah, it's like you said, Special Agent Maya Miller, she basically, he asked, he was like, yo, so what should I do? She was like, look, I don't know what you want me to tell you. But basically, you could tell her was like, look, like if you come back, you stay here, I'm with you. But if you leave, you ain't never gonna see me again. And then after she had a conversation, she called Marty and Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
And then Marty acted like he was surprised. He's like, wait, what? What are you talking about? He was like, put me on speaker. He said, oh, we got everybody here. Talking to Wendy and Marty. And he was just like, and she told Marty, she said, Marty, you had a choice. And hung up on him.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you had a choice. And it's crazy that particular thing has been resonating like these last couple episodes. It's about Marty. Everybody was like, Marty, you need to get out. The kid, look, Charlotte and Jonah was basically telling him, like, why are you with mom? I mean, legit conversation with that. But this was a very, very powerful episode, man. Like, we're thinking, like I said, again, the cop, he ended up taking the deal. He's on his way back to Chicago. We get to the court scene. And the court scene, we're thinking, oh, it ain't gonna be no trial. The judge was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be something here. It's gonna be something right here. Wendy was like, wait, what? And then the judge just ran him down. And she was like, look, Charlotte, she can do what she wants. Jonah, same thing. She's like, Jonah can go with his dad, go with his grandfather. That broke Wendy. Because this is the first time in a long time that Wendy could not do nothing, couldn't say nothing, couldn't bribe nobody, nothing. And it was something not about power. It's her kids.
Yep.
That's the first time she could nothing. And you saw like her basically the pain in her voice when she got out that courtroom. She was looking at Marty, and when she looked at her dad, and she's trying to say something to kids or whatever, and you saw Marty but the interaction when she left Marty to talk to her dad, and she's pleading with her dad, pleading with him.
Yep, begging, crying, so I do whatever.
Begging.
So,
and
that's the first time she's been that we've seen her vulnerable. Probably
hold it right there.
Season 2 or probably since like maybe season 2. Or could be season 1.
I think it was real, because she had no control. She had no control. This is her kids getting taken away from her.
I think her kids is the only thing that kind of triggered her. Was if she had a weak spot.
Oh, it was the kids.
It was the kids, but
and also that she couldn't win. Remember, she lost, and there's nothing that she could have done to change that.
Oh, she was emotional over Ben's death. I forgot about that. She was.
Oh yeah, she was. Hold up.
Over Ben's death.
Yeah, she was.
This is also in the same episode. Ruth meets with Charles Wilkes.
And
Charles was like, "Okay, we trying to. All you gotta do is say that we trying to get revenge on the birds out, and I'm in. So he was like, we might get your record expunged so we could put the gaming license in your name, I got a judge that may be willing to do that.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, the fix is on to get revenge against the birds.
Yep. Yeah, I had to give it up to her, man. They went right to They went right to anybody who had a problem or issue with Marty. Well, with Wendy. With Wendy.
Well, you know what? It really wasn't them. It was the punk ass son. They didn't know what the fuck to do.
What you mean? What you mean, his son? Oh, you talking about what? No, wait. What you mean with the son? What you talking about?
Jonah told them what to do. They didn't know what the fuck to do.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like they didn't know who to meet. They didn't know how to make anything happen. But Jonah, everything that Jonah learned about what his parents have done.
Yeah, Jonah was like, you need to go see that.
He told them what to do. It wasn't for Jonah. That shit would never fucking happen.
Oh, the deal would never have happened. Nope. This whole situation. Yeah. You're right.
So
I totally forgot. You know, man, that is so right, Merv. None of this would have happened without Jonah. Hoping that we get a spinoff.
Yeah, Ruth made sure she told everybody that her record was clean. I mean, she had a damn a juvie ass record.
Mm-hmm. But you know what was wild though? You know what was it like? If you really go back and pay attention to that scene when she told Jonah, right? And she's like, "Yeah, I got my record experience." And Jonah was like, "Well, how do you feel?" Did you see her pause and was like, "Feel good," and then she just walked away. That was like very, very like thing. Like she finally got a record expunged and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And one person just asked her that one question, was like, "Yo, how do you feel?" And she was just like, "Damn." She just walked away. Was like, I feel good. And she was like, it was like the whole world weight lifted right off of her. Like, man, whole world lifted off of her.
So that was.
Hold on. Keep that up there. But we always got to remember though, the theme of this whole season 4. Nobody makes it out clean. That was the theme of the whole season 4 of Ozark. Now that makes perfect sense.
All right, we just talked about episode 12, Trouble the Water.
Yep.
All right, then now with season 4, episode 13, called Mud. So Omar pressures Marty to launder more money.
Mm-hmm.
But Ruth wants to keep her casino clean. Wendy goes to extremes to keep her children.
And Wendy checks herself into the mental health institution after a conversation with the priest, which is weird.
Well, it made her it gave her an idea because the priest was like, either could be like my father, or I'll go the other route, which made her like. No, I think he said I get to kill my father. I think
become a priest. Yeah,
so that's when she was like, "Yo," she went back to the crazy house.
Mm-hmm.
Said, "Yo, if y'all let me in, I'll kill my father tonight." So it gave her an idea of how to get in, and she only wanted to get in so she could tell her kids, or tell Marty, tell the kids, "I'm staying here until my kids come back."
And remember, she kept specifically telling Marty that. Marty, tell the kids I'm here. He's like, remember, he didn't want to tell the kids that. Remember, he said that. I don't want to tell them that. She was like, no, tell them. Tell the kids where I'm at. Tell the kids I'm, whatever. And again, I think also because Wendy wanted to be in control of something.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to basically be like, look, y'all kids ain't leaving me. You're not going to be like, she wanted to be in control of a situation. And that was to try to get control back, was like, oh, you know what? My kids are going to come back here. And the thing is, the kids, hold up, on some real, when they realized it, like Marty, if you saw Marty was like, yo, kids ain't falling for this. So he had to basically tell Ruth, was like, look, you gotta talk to the kids. And you gotta like somehow do it, because if you don't, I'm gonna tell the cartel lady that you killed her son. And remember, which was wild is she then asked him, she's like, oh, this is coming from Wendy. He was like, and then remember, he said, like, this from Wendy. He was like, and then when she went to the then when she went to the then when Ruth visited Wendy there, oh no, hold up, let me rewind this. So let's go back to that. We got to that part, right? So let's get to the part when we find out really truly how much of a scumbag that Wendy's dad is. He is a piece of work. A piece of work. Yeah. A conversation. First of all, we know he drinks a little bit, whatever. But it's a conversation he has with Ruth that Ruth is really realizing, like, oh, this dude is really a piece of work. He talk about his son, was it Jacob? Right? I forgot. Oh, Ben. His son, Ben, he said, oh, you're not Ben's type. My son likes brunettes or something like that. He said, blondes, he said, no, they're in trouble. No. And remember, and the one thing that really caught Ruth's eye is when she asked him about the schools for the kids, and he was like, no, I didn't look at no schools. Nope. I didn't look at no schools. Nope. And she was like, and then she realized, she was like, now I can see why, like, you keep thinking, like, I think people are like, you got to understand, like, the character of Wendy, right? Like, we thinking, oh, Wendy just got this way out the clear blue. Oh, there's a reason why she's like this. Looking straight at the dad of why she was like that. And, all of a sudden when Ruth came, again, I'm going to go fast forward to when Ruth visited her in the psychiatric hospital. And she basically said, well, look, Ruth, he said, look, why'd you tell, why'd you have to threaten me about, like, about linking my name to that death whatever. She's like, I didn't do that. And she's like, damn, Marty was going to do that. Like, because this is the first time, like, that, like real legit, like, this is the first time you saw Marty did an executive decision. And it worked. And then also the first time that Ruth basically acknowledged was like, yo, your dad is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But your dad is a piece of shit.
Ruth went there to let Wendy know that if I do my part, I will do my part. But you gotta also take some accountability as you're their mother.
Yep.
You're the parent, and they have the choice, and they're not. And their first choice was to go with the granddad. So, you gotta have some accountability. So I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna talk to them, tell them why they should stay, try to make them stay, and I'll try to get them to come in. I'll get them to come in and talk to you. Well, if they choose not to stay, that's not on me. My part is getting them to come here, give you another chance to speak with you. But if you being a mom, if you can't get your own kids to stay after talking with them, that's not on me. So I'll do my part. And I'll do my part. I just will make sure I'm free and clear. I don't have to worry about the threats that y'all threatening me with. Is what she wanted to get off her chest with Wendy. And so but whether it clicked. And when the kids walked in, Wendy spoke with them as such, like, I can't make you stay, but et cetera, et cetera. And I think that was the first time that she talked with a little bit of accountability, talked with a little bit of empathy and understanding on why they're feeling the way they're feeling.
She talked about Ben too.
To work on her, and she has to work on herself. She's willing to work on herself. So she briefly touched the core of the family issues. With them, and was sounded sincere. While she was talking about it, and I think that's what gave the kids reason to be like, okay, we're gonna stay. And I also think Ruth told them that your granddad is not genuine. He's not sincere. He only is doing this to get back at your mom because he haven't looked at schools. And when Ruth asked, "Have you looked at schools?" It was like, "Why everybody keep asking me that?" And Ruth was like, "Because they're fucking smart and they be in a good school."
Yep.
The fuck. So
that's when she knew. She was like, "Now I see why." I think that's when she realized of why, somewhat how Wendy is. She was like, "I get it. I fucking get it.
mm-hmm.
I fucking get it now." Because everybody was like, "Oh, Wendy, you like?" He's like, "No, she got it. She got it. She getting something." I ain't gonna say all of it, but the dad is a piece of work right there. Especially when she told Oda. Now, is this the same episode when she gets all right, she texts out. All right, so then like they leave, they all leave together. And is this the right after when they're leaving together, they have the accident? This is this same thing. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That was scary, yo. I thought, man, look legit. I thought that was like I'm thinking we ain't gonna see Wendy. I thought that was the end of it.
Yeah, because they played with us because they teased like she was dying, like she was dead. Because everybody else moved quickly, responded quickly.
Yep.
They had to tap her and hit her or whatnot.
And she got it so slow, and she was just laying out that card, just like, "I'm all right, I'm okay."
So, yeah, they was able to walk away from the accident. And this is when they're close. It was like 48 hours. So they talk about it in the van, like 48 hours, and we're done. They talk about it. So it was like they talk about being free, and then the fucking accident happened. But oh shit! Right when they're about to be free and clear of everything.
Hold up. And it's a perfect title for it, The Mud. If you really think about it. That's a very good title for that. How the accident everything is like you stuck.
Yeah. There's also an episode where Wendy tells Navarro, "Yo, why don't you just have Camilla take over and replace Marty?
Marty don't even want it.
They trust her, etc., etc." So it takes Marty off the hook of having to go back to Mexico.
But wild, like, you know what's wild? Marty don't want it. He was like, "No, I don't." He don't want it. Marty, remember they asked him at like a couple episodes again that same question. He was like, "Nope." Well, no, he didn't say nope, but it was just like you could tell he just misses.
Oh yeah, there was applying that if this don't work, then Marty can be the one to control the cartel.
So yeah, so, he would have been a perfect one though, to be honest. Like
but then you have to be in Mexico a lot.
I know, which is
so
not a good situation.
Away from the family. All right. So last episode.
Hard way to go.
Hard way to go. So Ruth, at this point, she got her record clean. She could grab the casino, take over with her inheritance from Wyatt and from Darlene. Take over the casino, put in her name, and Marty walks in, sees all the shit being carried out. Ruth said, "I got majority of the ownership. But I'll still take you into consideration of it's for shit like the menu, little shit like that. But as far as like any big shit, he has no say so. So they got to launder money because Navarro told him he need to launder more money. Camilla also said need to launder more money. They tried to sneak some people in. Ruth realized who they were, kicked their ass out the game, out the casino, and So at this point, that's the one thing they need to fix. They already fixed the FBI thing by using Camilla. Um, so it's cool. They brought Ruth to the FBI meeting too, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Her and the other, her and Rachel. Yep. Her and Rachel. Yep.
With Camilla. So
remember, she got the apology from the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So they got a whole new deal. So they got everything
whole new
figured
sleep.
out. Mm-hmm. So like, it looks like this finale sets you up. Let me read it. It said every desperate deal, every broken promise, every bloody murder, eager to leave their murky path behind, the birds make a final bid for freedom and a hard way to go. And it looks like they did a last fundraiser at the casino. Had all the who's who there.
Yep.
All the big wigs there. Where the next morning they're supposed to be set to leave because they didn't put everything in motion.
Yep.
They're out of danger. They got FBI backing them. They got the deal with the sister Camilla.
Yep.
And on the last night,
hold on, before we get to that, remember now let's rewind this a little bit. Now remember, Rachel recently, she just got in the same episode, if I'm mistaken, she literally got threatened by one of the cartel members because Wendy, because remember, they still wanted to try to get funnel that money through the casino. Remember, she still wanted that. And then remember, like basically, and it, mind you, it didn't change Rachel's mind at all. So then, remember, I'm about to say Marty. He basically says the same thing to. He says, she went to Marty. Marty was like, I didn't know. He's like, sorry for all that happening. He's like, and then she spoke. Ruth was like, I'm not doing it, Marty. She's like, look, you got all these other little streams to do it, but you're not using the casino to do it. And I think she came up there, and all of a sudden, this is the episode 2 that he basically told Ruth was like, look, and in some way, shape, or form, was like, look, the cartel, if you don't do this thing, what have you, like they're gonna come for you. And he said, look, I got a dude that can change your identity. You got enough money, you can bounce, you can go. He was literally basically giving her a way out just to go leave. And she was like, no, I'm not, basically was like, I'm staying here. So like, I like my name. And she didn't want to leave. But you also saw these last couple episodes, she kept seeing more. Like this episode 2, she saw her uncles. So Wyatt.
Yep.
She kept seeing more dead people. And,
So you think that was like a foresight?
Foreshadowing, yep. Foreshadowing, yep. Because you like now pay attention. And also too is, I'm gonna keep saying this. He told her, he basically warned her many a times. The first episode of season 4, he told her about like the about everything else, about like first not shooting Javi, which she did, about what's gonna happen with this. He said, look, if you do this, there's no coming back. It's going to be some type of situation that's going to come back with this. He knew it. He didn't want that way for her because and if you ask about it, if you really think about it, he feels guilty because he got Ruth into this game. And he did. And he wanted her to get out because he knew eventually what was going to be the situation. He knew. And then, like I said, when confronted at the dinner party, what have you, at the fundraiser, when Camilla, when she asked the pharmacy CEO again, straight up, and this time she did it in a calm, soothing, but threatening voice. Who killed my son? And the pharmacy CEO gave that right up. But what she didn't give up was Marty and Wendy being there.
Yeah. I thought she was about to tell all of being, but she's like, no, just me. I was scared.
which was shocking. I was like, wow, she didn't even give up the birds. And Camilla basically saying, like, look, she's telling her man, like, look, see that girl? Yeah, get her. She told, you know, like, basically her man, she was like, look, she even told Marty and Wendy right off the rip, like, look, if you even give her a head now, if you give her any type of thing, your kid is dead.
Mm-hmm.
She was not joking. All of a sudden, and remember, like, Wendy is trying her best way to try to, and it's crazy. This is the first time I saw Wendy actually trying to look out for Ruth. She was literally, because she knew it was going to happen. She knew it. She knew it.
Well, because at that time, they felt like
it was like a clean slate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like everybody's safe now. Everybody free. Ruth made out good, got name clear, she got this. We're good, like everybody's good. Like their immediate family is good. Ruth low key became a part of their immediate family.
She did.
So Wendy never wanted Ruth to be harmed. She just wanted Ruth to fall in line.
All right, that's a good point. Good point.
You know what I mean? So that's why when that happened, she looked just as upset and bothered as Marty. Because of that.
Yeah. That was just, man. And then he was basically telling when he said, look, Wendy, whatever you're gonna do is suicide. It was crazy because this is the first time that, like, you saw, like, Marty be like, Wendy, we can't do nothing. We can't. Yeah. It's gotta, like, whatever's gonna happen is about to happen.
But he was right though.
Yeah, he was right. He's like, we can do the Omar. He like,
because that was already
in motion.
Yeah, that was already in motion.
He was like, no, we can't do nothing.
Omar and Ruth got killed probably within 30 minutes apart.
Yep. And it's crazy because you saw, like, the thing is, it was like people were like, well, during Ruth, I'm like, no, Ruth wasn't going to make it out of that. Because I kept thinking the whole time when I'm watching, like, even the couple episodes to the final 7, I'm like, Ruth ain't making this out. Because Ruth, you can't just kill the head of a cartel and think you're gonna make it out. Look what happened with Darlene. What happened with Darlene? Darlene thought she can get away with that cleanly.
Darlene survived a lot longer than I thought she would.
Oh no. Hold it. Yeah, she did.
She killed the cartel in the first goddamn season.
Yeah, she did. But it was a quicker. It's crazy because no one knew about it, like that she did it, and the karma came back.
Yeah.
And the thing with Ruth is she did it it was crazy. If it was just the birds and her, she would have been straight. But you had a civilian who has nothing to do with that business, and she told quick. And you just feel like as soon as that happened, I'm like, there's no way that she's gonna make it out. Like as soon as Marty said, he's like, he basically was telling one, he's like, there's nothing we can do. Nothing. Yeah. He knew it. Yeah. When he got on stage and you like, that's what like you like that little that sequence when they got on stage and you heard like just that slow motion type of feel, them going on stage, and he knew. Nothing he can do.
Then I thought she was going to send one of her guys after her, but I should have known that she would want to do it herself since it was her son.
Yeah, so it's her son. Yep.
Mm-hmm. We skipped a part that I had like when Navarro was talking to Camilla after they already met with the FBI.
Oh yeah.
And Camilla went and talked to him, and Camilla was like, "You remember when we was like 15 and you did this and did that?" And he was like, he caught on to what was going on. Like, I didn't kill your son. I only did that to see who was who. Blah blah. Then that's when Navarro talked with Marty like he was going to kill me. She was the one to put the hit out. She was the one to put the hit on me, and she plans on doing it again because I know her. She was talking past tense about the memories about when
Yo,
that was
that
pretty
was some
deep.
cool. That was some
That was pretty
cool.
deep.
Yep.
That was pretty deep for him to catch on to that, and that's why she wanted to share memories with her brother.
And you
Before
know
she
what's wild though? Is like she knew in her heart of hearts that her brothers didn't kill him, but she still was gonna kill him.
Yeah. So
That's wild.
Navarro and Ruth died probably seemed like around minutes, but maybe about 3 minutes separate. Ruth saw her like she immediately knew what it was. She was like, so how the fuck you found out? She was like, Clara told me. Ruth said, well, I don't regret it.
Yo, she went out like a G. Said, what you gonna do?
Shoot? Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do it all fucking ready or what?
Yo. Right on her land.
Yeah. And then after that, I'm thinking, okay, now it's about to go off. Then the birds get home. This fucking detective
again
is back
at again.
It. That fucker just won't stop.
Hey, you know what I like? The scene how it came on. They came home. He's sitting down. You see Wendy go in the kitchen, but we see the glass. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, I'm like, why the fuck is the glass broken?
And you see like a shadowy figure outside. You're like, who the heck is that? And all of a sudden, you see Marty get up. Was like, what the? And then here comes the detective.
Then they walk outside, and he said, you know,
talk
I got my job back. I couldn't do my fucking job. I was always thinking about y'all ass, and I was feeling like y'all about to get away with shit. And then I remember your brother like goats. And I remember leaving the hotel, saw a goat. You know, you gotta go in your house like, this could be. Let's see what the fuck was in that goat shit. Like, a bunch of evidence. Y'all must have some real old school type incinerator because it's some teeth and bones all shit inside you.
All sorts of DNA.
All sorts of DNA. And I like, damn.
Dead to rights.
They go to jail they're about to go to prison for a finale.
Yep. And what did we hear, Merv?
Motherfucker with a fucking shotgun.
Hold up. And knows how to use it. Because he's got a body.
Right.
Let's not forget that.
The screen goes dark and he shoots the gun.
Yep.
At the end of Ozarks series finale.
I like it.
What's your thoughts on the finale?
I like the finale because, you know, everybody thinking that one of the birds, preferably Wendy, who I thought was going to get killed. But then if you look at the whole aspect of it, especially from the first 7 episodes of season 4, episode 1 to now, it's like, no. Like, Ruth has been warned a whole lot of times about what her choices were. When she killed Navarro, like I said, if she shot Navarro in front of just Wendy, herself, and Marty, and that's it, would have got away with it. They would have made something up, right? I think them three would have just stuck to the story, would have made something up, whatever. But because you had a third party,
outsider, that's not about their life.
And that's what you got to think about. That's the one that basically spoiled the whole plan. An outsider. They were going to, just like you said, Ruth basically extended family to him now, right? Slate clean for everybody. She was Carlito's way.
Yeah. And she was so happy to have an ability to start her life over,
Yep.
and she took it serious.
She did. Yep.
First
She
Lane
just.
Moore to ever have a clean record.
Yep. How about that? Hold on. And she also told, remember, a couple episodes prior to this, she told the sheriff was like, look, the other dude that's in jail, he ain't do it. He ain't kill Wyatt. Nope.
Oh
Get
yeah,
him out of jail.
yeah, as well.
And she did that. She's like, no, get him out of there. He ain't do it. And she even told the sheriff, she's like, you're gonna be a great job as a sheriff. You're gonna do a great job.
And if you ever ask me about this again, I'm gonna say you're fucking crazy.
Yo. yo, Ruth, man, yo. That you have to like love the Ruth character from Ozark. Like I said, from season 1 to season 4, one of the best, like the growth of characters we've seen. For real. Because all the stuff she had to go through. And
yeah, she definitely had the best character development out of everybody.
But the decisions she made in season 4, episode 8, came back and got her.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like she made that decision naive.
Oh no.
She just didn't give a fuck.
She didn't care. Nuh-uh.
She's like, yo, whatever happens. But the motherfucker that killed my brother,
yep,
is gonna catch this.
And he did. And I think she thought because that the birds were close to the cartel, she was never gonna get touched. She had to remember too when she said, "I'm gonna kill the people who killed Wyatt," whatever, right? Because because it was personal, right? You killed the son of now the leader of the cartel, and she made it personal too. She didn't care about the fucking birds.
Yep.
She made that fucking personal. And man. Whew.
So I got some posts for us to All right, so we went through all the episodes. So I just got some posts for us to discuss before we jump off.
Okay.
Let's see. Somebody says we were all right about Wendy, the most vicious, narcissistic, ruthless, evil wife on TV. Laura Linney needs an Emmy.
Oh, she do. Well, she's won it a couple times already, but she's definitely gonna get one for this season.
She won. She got Emmys.
Yeah, she got an Emmy. Yeah.
For this show.
Ozark. If I'm mistaken, yes.
Okay.
Let me go check. I'm gonna check.
All right.
Check.
So you agree with this post right here?
The most vicious, narcissistic, ruthless, evil wife on. Yep, I totally agree with that. Wait, hold up. Well, if I didn't see Snowfall,
yeah,
if I didn't see Snowfall, I would have been like, yeah, you're right. And then Blatant Truth has said this earlier about
Wendy equals Louis.
Wendy equals Louis. And I'm like, you know what? You are right. Yep, she won. She won. Oh no, she never won it. Wow, she never won a
Emmy.
Wow, that is unbelievable.
Okay.
Primetime Emmy. She got the nominees. She's got a couple of Emmys, but it wasn't for Ozark, which is wow. This is really amazing. I thought she would have won it for Ozark. But Ruth, the girl who plays Ruth, yeah, she's won it. For and Ozark? She definitely deserves it. Yeah, for Ozark, yeah.
She won the Emmy for Ozark?
Best supporting actress in Ozark. Yep. The girl who played Ruth, yep, she won it like 2 years ago. And she damn near deserves and she deserves to win it again this season.
So she won it after season 2, sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay. Best supporting actress. All right. So I saw this and I couldn't remember, right? Do you remember this? Somebody said, so what it
2020.
Would it ever reveal what the second story of their house was for? Never once saw anyone go up there, but it looked like a cool room from the exterior shots.
You know what? That's a good question. It's like they showed it.
I couldn't answer that question. I didn't know, but I couldn't know.
No, I know what they're talking about, but I don't. Yeah, they never went into detail. If our viewers or listeners, if you listen to this, you're watching this, or if you're going back listening to this, let us know, because I remember seeing it, but they never gave us like the backstory. If I'm mistaken, they never gave us the backstory.
Okay.
Never gave us the backstory.
All right. So somebody says, so where the fuck is 3 when Ruth needs him?
3 is just a young guy. You also gotta remember 3 is such a young kid too. Like he's what, like 16? 17? If that? No, he's 16.
No, he might be younger. Yeah, he may be
15, 16. Like the same age as Jonah. Same age as Jonah.
He's the youngest one.
Yeah, he's the youngest one, yeah. So that's about right.
Yeah, so so it says, say what you want about Wendy, but she would have seen Harvey's mom coming a mile away.
I think if she would have saw that, like, that situation play out in Mexico. I think you're right about one thing, right? She would have tried to like she wouldn't have stopped what happened with Navarro. She wouldn't be able to stop that. But once she left Mexico, she'd have been like, yeah, it was her.
Yeah.
I think Wendy would have been like, right if she left Mexico, she'd be like, it was her.
All right. So somebody said, I finished. So we are still left wondering what becomes of the Birds and the Navarros.
See, this is where I think they can do a spinoff, especially with the kids, because I think we can see what the kids, especially with Jonah and Charlotte, right? Charlotte says she get her own spot, whatever, right? Jonah said, he was like, look, I'm gonna be straight for a couple of years until I graduate, and then I'm gonna see what I can do after that. Because remember, they both know how to run a list of businesses and run them well, and know how to use people to their advantage at such a young age.
Yep.
So I wouldn't mind seeing like them, try to start over in Chicago with them. We could see like something happen with their parents or in hiding or something or whatever. I wouldn't mind seeing that, because I think it is something you can do with the kids. I think that might be the next little thing for the Ozarks with Charlotte and Jonah.
All right. So somebody said my favorite one-liner from Ozarks season 4, part 2, was she's playing chess and you playing Candyland.
You're playing Candyland. Yo, yeah. I remember that scene. Yo. That's the truth though. Well, yo. She's playing. You're playing Candyland. Yo.
All right.
Yo.
So somebody says right here, if you were disappointed in that ending, you were simply expecting something you were never going to get because it was brilliant. So they really liked the ending, that person.
Yeah. I like the ending because it was like, you're thinking Wendy's going to kill her. And the thing is, like, why would you think that Ruth is going to get the Carlito way in, like what Carlito wanted to get out the game permanently? I'm like, no. Like, again, I'm going to keep saying this. Like, she killed the head of the cartel. Hold up. But mind you, it was 2 other people that were in about that life, and and that's why when she did it there, and a person that wasn't about that life. So eventually that was going to come back up there, and she thought because the cartel wouldn't move, like they wouldn't she thought because of the birds she was untouchable.
Who thought
and I'm
that?
like Ruth. Remember she sort of said that she's like, no, I know that the cartel. She's like, yeah, I know I killed them. It's like, but I don't think they're gonna do anything because of the birds. They ain't gonna want that little issue coming up with. She said something. I forgot what episode she said that, and I was like,
she didn't think she was untouchable though.
I don't think that she thought she. I don't think they thought she was.
She didn't give a fuck, man. It was like, yo, they killed my family, so I'm going to kill them. Whatever happens after that, I don't care. She just didn't care. She didn't think she was untouchable. She just didn't care.
But man, this one right here, man, she just, and the thing is, when you trying to get out the game, and all of a sudden everything's up, I'm like, and then hold up, remember, and also hold up, we keep forgetting too, she killed one of the hitmen too as well, and buried his body on the bottom of her pool.
Yeah, that was Navarro hitman though.
Navarro said, man, all right, yeah, talk about Navarro hitman.
That's the other reason why Navarro thought it was his sister, because he went missing, and then the sister started talking about the past.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But it was dope how they buried that motherfucker in the pool.
Yo,
the cement.
Hold up. I like how remember when Marty came back and asked him, he was like, "Yo,
is he buried under the cement?
Is he buried out there?" Hold it. She didn't say where. He was like, "Damn." Okay.
Yeah.
he knew it.
He immediately thought about that.
He automatically knew it. He was like, "Yep."
Somebody says Marty Bird could be in the Titanic sinking, and this would be his facial expression. Calm as fuck.
Yo. He is the calmest dude in the most extraordinary high-pressure situations, dog. For real. I have never seen the calmness. And hold up. Also, too, and also not just the calmness, the way he executes this while in those high-pressure situations. I think not only his facial expression, but the way he executes during these situations is the stuff of legends.
Yeah.
Stuff of legends. Man. Hold up. And also, you give it also up to Marty, because he always covered for everybody. His family. He covered for Wendy. Remember when Wendy said, like, remember he was like, yo, how did you get what's in there change his mind after he said he was going to kill you and your family?
Yeah.
Yo, Marty just stood there with like,
it was Wendy's idea. She's
yeah. Give her the look. Give her the half-hearted hug. Yeah, whatever, man. He's like, get out of here.
All right, so this person said worst finale in history of television.
Come on now, don't say that. No, it's not that. I like it, but I can see everybody's entitled to their opinion.
So this person said it was just like Game of Thrones and Lovecraft Country, where the main character gets killed. Although Ruth went out like a G, I was really hoping 3 would pop out and save her.
You know what? You know who I thought was going to probably be out there with her too? The boy from Chicago. Well, they came up there and surprised her.
Oh, the Tommy. You talking about Tommy?
Yeah, Tommy boy. Okay. Surprise her, and all of a sudden he come up there and shoots, the cartel lady. And then they can drop. Like, I thought that was going to happen. I'm like, all right, there's her way out. He says, all right, look, we got to get out of here. And then they leave. Then she just leaves town.
True. That could have been one way. Let's see. Hated Wendy this whole last season. How you going to check yourself in the hospital with so much going on, leaving Marty to deal with your mess? Side note, hate to see it, but Ruth had that coming for a long time.
I ain't gonna say a long time. Is when she killed Javi. That was it. Because just like Wendy said though. He said, Marty, she's gonna kill this dude. She's gonna kill him. We're delaying the inevitable, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he was basically trying to tell her, he's like, look, if you do this, there's no coming back. There's none. And she didn't care. Just like you said, Murr, she did not care because she saw, like, she know this person killed her brother, killed Wyatt, and she just had nothing but revenge in her mind. That was it. Now you good, Blatant Truth. You good? We're just talking about the finale. We're still talking about it.
Yeah, we're talking about finale. You missed the last 30 minutes. I'm gonna put
the show.
I'm gonna run. So we finished talking about the episode. I mean, the whole show, but we're going through some posts. So I'll go back through the posts real quick because I do want your comments on it. Oh, damn, we did talk about that crash. Yeah, because it was like they made it sound they kind of had a look at where Wendy was going to die because everybody else moved quickly.
Yep.
Everybody else moved quickly, and then Wendy was the last person to move. I was like, damn, they're about to kill Wendy right after the family about to
Mm-hmm.
get back together. They about to be free,
Yeah.
and then they have
Mm-hmm.
a fucking crash. Now, what's crazy is all the motherfuckers left was really no injuries.
Yo, yo,
They rolled
you
like
stop.
three or
Hold
four
up. Yeah,
times,
that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, that
and they
car
had
was
no
in the
fucking
air
injuries.
here. That car was in the air. They walking away like, yeah, we cool, we cool. Yeah, mine got busted up the muscle. I'm like, how y'all ain't get hurt? Hold on, we ain't see a bruise on none of the kids' faces, none of that.
All
I was shocked.
it looked like they just had a hard day in the yard.
Yep. I was like, yo,
Well, damn,
yo, a lot of people were.
she wanted goddamn Wendy to die.
Oh, no, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's just wild.
She said, "I was so mad when she opened her damn eyes."
Yo, everybody was. I thought she was dead. We talked about this. We're gonna keep talking about it. Not well, yeah, not one. Yeah, you're right. Not one scratch. I'm still surprised by that. You're right. That's a good point.
I gotta show her this meme because she talked about it earlier. So, so Blade Truth, this right here. I found this in one of the Ozarks groups. It was like Marty Bird could be in a Titanic sinking, and this would be his facial expression, calm as
all
fuck.
the time.
Let's see. Talked about that one already. So somebody said Ruth's story is the only one that had proper closure. As much as I liked her character, we knew this was coming, and it was alluded to in every episode. They left room for a potential spinoff. Also, soundtrack was everything. Yeah. They gotta have a soundtrack for
the
season
soundtrack.
4.
Yeah.
They gotta have a soundtrack.
I'm gonna go check right now to see if that is because that sound and every season they've had like very great song selection. I think people don't understand that. Like, okay.
Jonah
I really
about what?
Hmm?
She said y'all saw how Jonah didn't give a damn.
Oh, it's about, you know what? I'm gonna tell you what it was. The car wreck. Remember when Charlotte basically, when they found out like Wendy was cool, she was standing up, and how Charlotte
she went to hug and she went to hug her mama.
Yeah.
Jonah acted like she didn't give a
Jonah
fuck.
was like,
Jonah
Jonah was like,
no emotions.
He was like, yeah, whatever. Oh, she alive? All right, glad you're alive, mom. Whatever.
She said, I guess the writers were making sure just about all the actors involved with the series got a little shine for the final episodes.
Mm-hmm.
When they pulled Wendy out the car, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. That was funny.
Let's see. Wendy shouldn't have made it out the van. I'm cool with the last scene. It didn't disappoint except for Wendy.
Then, what's wild? Ain't this the first time? Yeah, it's wild. This is the first time, right? This is funny, right? If you think about this, right? This is the first time you actually you're hearing people want a main character, right, to die. To die. Not even the little bit, to die.
Yeah.
I was like, yo. Hold up. You know what? I understand.
Hey, but blatant truth, somebody got right that says we were all right about Wendy. She's the most vicious, narcissistic, ruthless, evil wife on TV. She needs an Emmy award. She don't have one, but the character Ruth has an Emmy.
Yeah, it has an Emmy. Yeah, it has an Emmy. Yeah, for this show, and so does Marty have an Emmy for this show.
Hey, do you know this? So it was ever revealed what the second story of their house was for? Never once saw anyone go up there, but it looked like a cool room from exterior shots. So talked about that. And blatant truth, you might not like this one. Say what you want about Wendy, but she would have seen Javier's mom coming a mile away.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what she got to say about that.
All right, she said, "I think Wendy played her part well." Yeah, she damn sure did.
Oh yeah, real well. She's probably gonna be, like I said, her and Louis are gonna probably be like the most hated female characters.
I think Wendy is more hated than Louis. It's still
right now.
There's a lot of Team Louis.
It is. Yeah. You know. Yeah. All right. Got you.
All right. Yeah, I remember this. She said, "If you're gonna stop me, you're gonna have to kill me."
Oh yeah.
So this a meme, right? So top part
saying,
"Kill me," and then Camilla said, "Hold my beer."
Mm-hmm.
You never heard that expression, "Hold my beer"?
Yeah, no, I heard it before. That's what I'm saying. That's a great meme right there. That's a great meme.
Then the Bob scene is her, right when Camilla is about to shoot her.
And that was wild too. She came there and she was ready. Yeah, Ruth did go out like a G. She was ready, just like you said. She was ready for like, look, it was going to happen. It's going to happen.
I told you, Blake Truth.
Don't hate Louis like that.
A lot of people hate fucking Wendy. All right, so this one right here says this one got a better ending would have been.
Mm-hmm.
At the exact moment that Navarro is killed, Ruth pulls out her gun and kills Camilla. And in the same moment, Jonah kills the pesky detective who is about to put his whole family in a prison. Then fade to black briefly, and then a 30 to 45 second silent scene of the four birds in Chicago living a normal life. Everyone dies except the bird immediate family. That was a story all along. I really feel bad that they killed off Ruth. She was the survivor, and they could have let her live and enjoy her clean record and all her newly acquired money.
That doesn't make sense.
How it don't make sense?
All right, you're gonna kill off one. Hold on, let's get this straight here. You're gonna kill off once again another cartel person, and just think, oh, no.
They did. The cartel person didn't let her live. It says right here that Ruth pulls out her gun and kills Camilla. It's not like Camilla just let it go. They were just saying.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. All right, okay, all right, that's all right, okay, all right.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I actually would have liked that ending, man. I kind of wanted to see Ruth, have a
make it out.
Like she had a hard life, her whole fucking life.
She did.
And the minute she gets some peace and kind of like free, she's dead.
That's messed up.
So
I felt sorry, but I kind of saw that coming.
Yeah, everybody saw it coming. I'm saying I wouldn't have mind her being able to survive.
Yeah.
Ruth and Marty was her favorites.
I agree. There were two that they're legit two of my favorite characters throughout this whole series. Jonah being next, because his character development was something too. He went from a shy little kid
I don't
to
like Jonah.
Why not?
He got my fucking nerves. He's always going against the fucking family, and he's always acting like this damn righteous when you're not doing anything righteous. Like you need to do it the right way, motherfucker. You're not doing shit the right way.
No,
it's just like What
about Charlotte?
I was cool with Charlotte.
Charlotte, she was like she was like, yo, now hold up, yo.
Jonah was only loyal to Ruth. It seemed like that was it.
I agree.
Like
a
lot of the trouble the family got into in season 4 was his fucking.
Oh, it's because it was his doing.
Yeah, so I didn't really like Jonah. So is over. What you thought about the whole Ozarks from season 1 to season 4? The whole thing. What's your thoughts on it?
One of the best series I ever saw.
Ever?
Mm-hmm. Because I'm gonna tell you, and the reason why I'm saying this is because of
Wait,
this,
wait,
right?
wait. So give me.
Hold on,
I need to.
hold on. Give me a
No.
second,
I need this for
give me a
content.
second.
Top 5, top
No,
10.
not the top, top five, probably like about top 25, top 30 all time.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, you said
Top
best
25,
ever.
top 30.
I thought you saying like
But
top 5. Okay,
but I'm
okay,
gonna tell you
good.
what. But I'm gonna tell you off the bat with Jason Bateman, right? And this is the reason why I'm gonna have to put this up there in the top 5, right? And
Top
this
5.
is some. No, just give me just hear me out here with that, right? With Jason Bateman, right? This is why I put this show in the top 25, top 30 right here, right? And this is some. I'm showing my age here, right? Have you ever seen this show called Family Ties back in the 80s, right? It had with Michael J. Fox. I do see a potential spinoff. In the 80s, it was a show called Family Ties. You heard about that, right? You ever heard about that show, Murder, right?
Yeah.
Now, Michael J. Fox's sister in the show was Justine Bateman, which is Jason Bateman's sister, right? Now, Jason Bateman, he came up there, worked his way up, you know, and acting, what have you, right? And if you notice, like from the 90s to early 2000s, whatever, he was a comedic actor. And he also starred in, like, you know, he also had Arrested Development, which was a great, funny ass series. When I first saw this series, I was like, how the heck is a funny dude like that going to make a complete flip to a show like this? And boy, did he do. This was some, like, to me, this was great acting by him. Laura Linney, she's done great in if no one's ever seen Laura Linney in different like movies, she's always done good acting. So I knew this was going to be a good show too as well. We got introduced to the girl who plays Ruth. You know, she's going to be a future star soon. Because you know she's starting in that new well, not new, but Netflix show that came out a couple months ago. And she did a phenomenal job in that. But this was something different here. We saw a white family money laundering for the cartel in the Ozarks, in a country bum little town. And we saw like character development from season 1 to season 2. We saw all the internal strife. We saw the kids wanted to leave. A lot of deaths in this show. A lot of crazy behind, like this is what I felt. Season 1, Marty was the villain because he got them into it. Mm-hmm. Season 2 was Wendy when she got the power. Mm-hmm. And you saw, to me, season 3 and season 4 is like now they don't know what to do, because you saw each one of them trying to, you know, just trying to get out. And I love this series because also, like I said, you know, we talked about this many times before, but this is one of the series that basically expanded off of word of mouth through social media, through people talking. Mm-hmm. And you know, this is really like this put a lot of different series, like this show really basically shows you what word of mouth can do for a series. Like, especially on social media. Especially that first season, because a lot of people were late on Ozark the first couple months of the show when it first came out. And when everybody watched that first season, everybody's like, oh, this is different. This is different. And I love this show. I'm sad that it's ending. I'm hoping we get a spinoff, especially with the kids. That would be tremendous. I don't want to see anybody else, like another cast. I would rather see the kids, Charlotte and Jonah, pick up like a couple years down the line. Because it would, especially how the storyline went when he said, I want to graduate first, and then I'm gonna see what I can do afterwards. And remember, by the time he graduates, what's the name? By the time he graduates, Charlotte's gonna be like 2021, around that, you know, whatever. You know, basically she's gonna be doing her own thing. We don't know what that's gonna be yet.
Does anybody know, blatant truth? Does anybody know that this story was this?
Based on true story?
When they wrote this up, was it loosely based off of true events? at all, or was it straight creative fiction out their mind, or was it maybe off a book that they read and made it? The reason why I ask, because this is really not your typical story.
Mm-mm.
It's not typical. Um, you have like a big time financial person move from Chicago to a small town like Ozarks to money launder for a
Mm-hmm.
cartel because um, their old friends, their old work colleagues was doing it, but was cheating the
Mm-hmm.
cartel, and that's how he got into it. It was like either someone got a hell of imagination and was willing to take a chance, because like you just said, this whole show that turned out to be a really good fucking show,
Mm-hmm.
where and end up had a following, is about a white family money laundering for the cartels. If you say that out loud, that doesn't sound like a fucking show that's gonna be a fucking hit. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So that's why I was like,
Hold up. And also showed you how they were doing it. They showed you how to get like what they were putting money and how they were doing it. I'm like, what?
damn, Blake Truth, you just she just watches she just got put on.
Oh, it was a lot of people like her too, getting on with this like late this season. They were like, "Oh, I gotta watch this show." Everybody talking about it.
Oh, yeah, I started watching during the first season.
Mm-hmm.
Not the very beginning when it first started, but yeah, um because they dropped the whole seasons when they did it. They didn't go week by week. They dropped the whole season.
Yeah,
I got put onto it maybe by the couple of months after it was out. So
it was
um,
like the first season. A lot of people were late. I was one
yeah.
of them.
So that's why I was like, I wonder how they got the idea of this show. Did somebody read a book that was, and this is a show based off a book, or was it true events, or somebody just really sat down and be like, "Yo, we make a show about a
Mm-hmm.
white family going to a small town, money laundering for the cartel." That just don't sound like. It don't sound like a show be worth watching.
No, it don't.
It don't sound like a show be worth watching. But no, it turned to be a really good fucking show. Good characters. It got good following. It was like Blake True said, it was well written.
Mm-hmm.
Um, nothing was forced. All the characters developed. Um, you know, a couple people, and like all shows that have a following, I don't think you. I don't know. Last time there was a final season and a series finale episode that everybody was like, "Yo, they did that shit. They did that shit well." And
Mm-hmm.
majority of people agree. I'll have to go back and look and see. I'll have to go back and look and see if there's a show that had a good following. That everybody was good with the final season and the series finale. Or at least majority of people was good.
Mm-hmm. The show
So
was something. The show was different.
yeah, it was.
You know what? You know, also the thing I think that stood out too. They had a lot of dramatic scenes that you can always remember, like certain scenes, and you be like, "Whoa!" Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, when just that scene with Ruth from that last scene that we saw Ruth on season 4, episode 7, when she's just yelling, and you saw all that emotion come out.
Mm-hmm.
We saw the season finale of season what, 2, right? If I'm mistaken, season 2 when what's the name? Helen gets killed, right? Right,
Mm-hmm.
season 2, right? Mm-hmm. Shocking. Um, we see the situation with Ben getting killed. We see what else? How Marty got into the situation. the different them little different scenarios, how he got into it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. And seeing Ruth, basically, how Marty protected, basically how Marty killed like Ruth's two uncles. How what I'm saying, I'm talking about death here. While they're talking about I'm thinking about all these little setups here.
You see blatant truth?
You know, because I think what for now is we all want closure. You want Darlene's crazy, yeah, and that too, yeah, Darlene, yep. Hold on, especially when Darlene basically killed her husband before the husband could do her.
Mm-hmm.
That was real crazy.
You know what? I forgot. Character wise, Ruth and Darlene was the best characters. Character wise, overall, like dynamic.
Oh yeah,
and what they brought to it. I know Marty is probably everybody's favorite character, but Marty was a smart, boring character. But you just like the stuff that he ends up accomplishing and putting together because he's smart as fuck. But Darlene and Ruth was probably the best characters on the show.
So for Darlene to make it that long, like from season 1 to what we saw that season 4, like man,
that long because she was so fucking crazy and she didn't give a fuck about shooting nobody. She would shoot somebody quick.
Yeah, but that's a great little character. All the stuff, the situation she had to go through. But like I said, just like you're right. I do agree with you on that. The character wise, and also seeing Ruth, how we saw her season 1 to now, all the stuff that she had to go through, and I mean a lot, and how she grew from these different situations, and how she had to handle different situations. That's just wild, it's just. I think we all wanted more for Ruth.
Yeah.
I think we all wanted more for Ruth because she deserved it.
I think so too. Well, it is 8:59. We talk about every episode. We deep dive into the characters. We will talk about alternate endings. We give a synopsis of the whole show. So go ahead and give your parting shots about the show and parting shots to our audience.
And look, we just saw the end of a great, we saw the end of a great show, with Ozark. The character's gonna live forever. It's like so we just got finished talking about with Murray. We talked about with the birds. With Darlene, with with Ruth, the cartel, with Javi, with Marlena, with everything. And it was great seeing the show because it's something just like that's a great thing you just said, Murray, about like the show, right? You don't think like this type of a show will capture the audience's imagination, but it did. That's how much you gotta tell in terms of the people acting and the writing. So you gotta have they had us watching this show religiously, especially when it dropped. It would drop all at one time, so we would people would binge watch the crap out of it. Again, when this first dropped, not a lot of people was watching it. It just took word of mouth, took off. But this is a great episode. With you as usual. Y'all, anybody, for our faithful viewers and listeners, thank y'all again for another Tuesday for rocking out with us. Can visit our YouTube page, the Guys Podcast. Subscribe, like, and we'll sit there and we look at all our comments. We'll respond to your comments, and turn it over to you. Oh, let me see. Last one.
The Shy, no, because that's like way ahead. I haven't watched.
I've never watched The Shy.
I've never watched.
I haven't watched The Shy.
I think like season 5 or something.
Yeah.
Now, what City is new.
Now we can watch that.
I have heard good things about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to check it out, and that could possibly be because it's also out of Baltimore, and it's also based off true events. And for the Wire enthusiasts, the Wire is out of Baltimore, and also has some characters from the Wire in this TV show as well. We own the city that's also in Baltimore, so that could be the next thing that we look at and start viewing.
No sense like the first 2 episodes is out.
Huh?
First 2 episodes is out on HBO Max now.
Yeah. So I mean,
take a look at that.
It'll be easy to watch 3 episodes and be able to talk about that next Tuesday.
Okay. All right, let's do that.
So we can look at that. Yeah. The Shy, no. We own the city. That's a possibility because I saw advertisement for it and I went and did some research on it, some reading up on it. We own the city, so it sounds like maybe good. So I'll probably watch the first episode tonight to check it out.
I think I am gonna check that out. I said I was gonna watch it like this weekend, but I caught up.
Well, at Blake Truth, we're going to watch. Watch it this week. We're going to watch this week, so go ahead and watch it. And if it's good,
watch it.
If it's good, we're going to start talking about it.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it. So come back Tuesday.
Yeah. So come back Tuesday. Be with us. Probably going to discuss on our own. If we're not discussing, that means we didn't think it was good.
We'll come back.
But yeah, it's on HBO. It's already being kind of advertised, and HBO shows usually have a good following.
They do.
And with this being season 1, I don't think we've ever started a show from season 1. All our shows that we review, we started like maybe season 4. We haven't started no show season 1. No show that we reviewed that we started season 1. That's a spinoff.
All right. Just about a regular show. All right, yeah. No, we haven't. Yep, you're right. You're right. You're right.
This will be the first one.
All right.
So that'll be what's up. So
all right.
I will. Oh, you right. You fucking right.
Bel Air.
How the fuck forget about that?
I forgot about that.
Damn.
And hold up. I'm glad you brought that up. They said Bel Air was the highest rated
on Peacock.
On Peacock
show, like 8.1 million or something like that. All Americans about to go off. Their season finale is next week, so there's no need to jump on that. All American Homecoming, they're about to go off. I've been watching those. There's a TV show called The End Game, but I don't know if it has enough. It don't have enough urban. I don't think urban fall. Because we try to find stuff for the culture to talk about.
Yeah.
So I think we own the city. Maybe a top candidate right now. Maybe a top candidate.
Okay. Take a look at it.
All right. So we did Ozarks. We did all the episodes. After watching, I felt like it was good for one show, and we actually were able to talk about every meaningful event that happened in every episode, every 7 episodes of Ozarks. We talked about all the characters, so we really was able to deep dive. We didn't shortchange it at all. We gave us due diligence. We talked about everything. Talk about characters, even talk about spin-offs. Talk about the endings. I still have time for what?
Well, hold up. Blatant Truth, are you?
No, I'm not. We're not watching P Valley, yo. If that's what you're talking about, we're not.
That show, man. We got 1 month.
Not watching. Yeah, I know
we got 1 month.
I know
that's what you're talking about.
We're not doing it.
P Valley, the truth though, man. I ain't gonna lie. It took me a minute to get on, but it's a good show.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all. Yeah. You have to. Inbox me or whatever. Yeah. I knew that's what
Down
she
in
was
the valley.
Nah. We're gonna stick with we own this city. We're gonna check that out. I'm good with P Valley. I heard it. I heard people love it. I heard people love this show, but I'm good with P Valley.
All right.
Does the P stand for pussy?
Oh no, hold on. Let me go find out. That's hold on. Let me go check.
I'm just wondering. I mean, you got P Valley, you got strip clubs, all kind of wash happening based out in the foundation of strip clubs, and so I would think the P stands for pussy.
Yeah, Pussy Valley.
I was already figured out blatant truth. I never watched it, and I already figured this shit out.
Yep. Show's good.
But you know what? It will start to
based off a play.
June? Oh, it's based off what?
No, it's based off of a play. 2015 play.
Based off a play?
Yep.
All right. Hey, Blade, you must be watching my other podcast because something like that could change my mind. Only people that watch my Wednesday podcast usually know that shit about me. So that it did. You must have saw my ears perk up like, So I may sneak and watch it without telling y'all, and then like, yo, Tay, okay, we can do it. So you got me on the hook. You got me on the hook, right? I'm on the hook right now, but
June 3rd. June 3rd, season 2.
Yeah, Pussy Valley. I'll be down.
Oh, the first episode is called Pussy Land for season 1. Season 2, episode 1.
Pussy Land. Okay. Cool. Yo, well, that's not on yet, so make sure y'all check out We Own This City.
Yes,
that's what we're gonna watch and see if we're gonna start reviewing that. Shout out to YouTube Live. Something happened with Facebook Live. It didn't show us for some reason.
That is wild.
We didn't have some viewers and some comments of people that you normally comment.
That's weird.
Shout out to Zingo TV. You can download the Zingo TV app from your app store. And go to channel 199. That's Blackjack channel, Blackjack TV. All of our we have a podcast Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. All of our podcasts is on that. Constantly playing. Shout out to Bobby. Shout out to Stacks, Sean, Mark, Becca, Tina B, Mel, Nick J. Shout out to our the Guys Podcast Facebook group. We have 1,100 members. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to Blatant Truth. Always on here every Tuesday. Also adjust your schedules for in 2 weeks. We will be going to 8 p.m. In 2 weeks, we'll be starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time. So in 2 weeks, we'll be moving to could be as early as next week. Within 2 weeks, we'll be moving to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central, and 5 p.m. West Coast. All right. 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be moving to that time right there.
All
right. So make sure to check out We Own the City. Check the first episode out tonight. And we'll see you next Tuesday. All right.
See y'all later.
All right, Blatant Truth.
All right, Blatant Truth.